In what looks like a crime of passion, the young brother of deceased points to the very spot they found his sister lying in a pool of blood after being shot twice by her husband.
She was sleeping here in pool of blood because the head was here. So where we've put soil here, there's blood and brain here because the brain tissue came out. Yeah, so everything is here. Yeah.
The funeral house in Kabanana Site and Service was full of mourners as the brother narrated how his sister, who had been married just for 10 months, called their father on Tuesday morning saying she was traveling with her husband to Lusaka from Katete district where they had lived in order to sort out her marital disputes with her husband.
And all of a sudden I saw the husband with Isaac Churu went where dad sat. Then he knelt and started crying. He started thanking dad, no, dad, you are a good man. Though these things happen, but I've brought your daughter and she's in a good state. Our marriage is done. And since she's already here, me, I've already started off. And then dad said, no, you can't go without us asking what really happened, where you guys are coming from. He said, no, dad, I can't explain here. Let me just.
He further explains that they heard a popping sound and thought it was firecrackers, but it was not to be.
Cash, the man didn't go. He was just seated in the car outside here. So after the wife followed, they started arguing about the phones. So the man wanted the phones, the two phones that my sister had. So they argued on that, and she didn't give him. So she decided to give the young sister the phones so that she can hide them. So we don't know what's in those phones which they were fighting for. So that's how my young sister had to hide those phones. So by the time she went to hide the phones, we don't know what really happened in the car. So she came back. Because the gate was closed, this car small door where my young sister was checking up what's going on. And she was just pleading, no, can you leave me alone? Then the husband couldn't let my sister go. Then the man started saying, you know I can shoot you from here. He said, no, you can't. Then that's how the man pulled out the gun. It was a pistol from the gun. So she started to run. So as you can see there, so he's trying to come and enter the gate. That's how the man pulled it and had to shoot her.
Drenched in her own blood, the deceased was rushed to Chipata Level 1 hospital, but she was pronounced dead upon arrival. The suspect, together with his cousin and the marriage counselor, jumped in their vehicles and drove all night to Katete. And police spokesperson Ray Hamonga has confirmed this development. Just like others, I wanted to know what was the marital disputes between the couple.
Balefa okubwesha bali abakashiba bwabakale bobanje bere kuti afyali pwefupo so balefa okubwesha nomba na ine tete nsumino kwikala mu mpati.
And like any other love-related crime, we'll never know the truth. Tito Kalama for S24.